This is Hardy Brute with another run of Noobs Are Coming. And as you can see, all the bosses and playable characters are in the middle, and all the noobs are at the bottom. And there's 3 or 4 of those noobs we've never seen before. Last time we played with Minime and cloned our lightning, we unlocked the Adept boss, who gets a ton of cooldown. But today I think I want to play with the Summoner, who can only equip minions. We have the Goblin that dashes right at enemies, the Bone Crusher that dashes at us and through us, and the Spider Minion, which kind of bounces back and forth through us like a yo-yo. I think I want to do the Spider build. But we can only equip minions, and we're looking for minion damage, and Strength also gives damage to our minions. But there's a little yo-yo effect back and forth with the Spider. I guess it starts off doing 19 damage, which is a lot compared to our lightning, which was doing 2 to 3 damage. It did hit like 3 enemies though. And we got almost 40 souls. And right away we found a second spider. And a bone crusher as well. Our spider is a minion and an insectoid. Insectoid gives you crit chance and a mount. And we need 5 amount to make more spiders. That's quite a ways away. But let's buy the bone crusher as well. And let's roll and set up the shop. Found the goblin. I don't really care too much about the goblin. I think he's the weakest one of them all. Found another goblin. And one more roll. And found another spider, nice. I really like the spiders. And there's our bone crusher. He dashes straight through us, but it takes him a while to come back and his cooldown's long. But he does a lot of damage. He is also pretty good. I just think the spiders look awesome. It is a bit hard to target the insects though. And we found a chest. Only got 22 souls, but that's enough for the spider. More range, dex, health, that doesn't help us at all. And we can get more minion damage or amount. Let's just get the amount for now. The +1 is only going to be +1 damage, because they scale at 100%. And they already do 23 damage. Found a second giant bone crusher. Yeah, that is awesome. So our damage is really consistent and really good so far. This guy can only find minions, and that's probably what's leading to us finding so many weapons. The Mini-Me character can find so many different weapons, it's hard to focus. But I already feel quite a bit stronger than the lightning build. And we took half our health in damage, so we can't forget to buy health. These are all white commons, luck or size. Size actually does help us, but I think I want luck for now, so get more rare items. And let's buy the bone crusher. Get more amount. I don't know if I really care too much about the amount, to be honest. It's only going to affect our spiders, and then we just have to play with spiders. And I kind of like the bone crushers. And I'll get a goblin as well if he's green, blue, or purple. I just am not going to buy a white goblin. But our damage is quite good. And now we have 2 bone crushers to stagger the damage. We're still taking 5s. I think armor scales way too slow in this game, so the best defense is just health. But I also want to do damage. And if our clear is good enough, nothing else matters, right? So let's get the strength, which is damage for this character. We can get more amount. Let's get the health regen. We now have health regen 3, and when we take those 5 hits, we should be able to heal back to full pretty fast. And let's start scaling our size. Let's make our minions huge, because they all benefit from size. And the bigger they are, the more likely they'll hit stuff. Your minions collect souls for you. That sounds really good. My minions are bouncing all over the place, so let's lock that down. There's more health regen, but I think 3 is enough for now, and I would rather have more max health. But look how big our spiders and our bone crushers are now. They should be 15% bigger, because they start at 100%. I am a bit concerned of being hit and one-tapped, but I'm sure we'll fix our health pretty soon. As long as I stop buying more damage. But damage just feels good. Got some lucky chests. Should be able to get this one as well. And get out to half health again. Leroy. So this isn't that bad for us. The cooldown only affects our Bone Crusher, but I think it would also affect the Goblin. And they already do quite a bit of damage. So I think I'm just going to keep the souls for now. Gives us a chance for more souls, but I don't really care. I just sell it. I need all the health I can get, so I'm not going to take that. And none of these. Let's roll once. Get luck or regen. Let's just get the regen. We're going to heal the max so quickly. So my minions can pick up souls. And we found a blue spider. This is perfect for our final weapon. And he actually scales better with minion damage. 150%. And his base damage is higher. So he does 43 compared to 26. The blue is pretty good. And we finally found some max health. The rest of these don't help us at all. And we can't roll, so let's move on. So one of our spiders is not like the other. But they look identical, so I can't tell which one is the good one. Maybe if I look really hard at the damage numbers. 26, 26. I think I found it. Nope, that's not the one. But the way they bounce and go off screen and kind of mush together, even if you find them one time, you lose track of them pretty easily. And our Bone Crusher, who's white, has a base damage of 50 compared to the spider, who is blue and does 43. Yeah, so I'm excited to see how big those Bone Crushers can hit. More range, dexterity, that doesn't help us at all. More XP. It is pretty early, might as well take it. And let's just re-roll these for either damage or size. I got +4 strength. Yeah, that is straight damage for us. I got a second blue spider, who's up to 50 damage now. Merge the two whites and buy the spider. And let's not forget the max health. We finally have 13. A blue crusher, nice. So we can merge our white ones and buy it after next round. We are super broke right now. But let's buy the cheaper items first. It doesn't hurt anything. We got 4 spiders and 2 bone crushers. And our wave clear is pretty nice. A lot of yo-yo, a lot of bone crushers dashing through. Just make small little circles and everything dies. And we can definitely live 2 hits, right? So we crit for 100 there. I think that's our spiders when it does that. Cooldown max health. Let's get max health for sure. Merge the crushers. And buy the crusher. So the green crusher does 39 damage. And the blue one does 48. But they got stronger because of the heavy buff that we got. 5% more damage. So we found a green spider. Let's combine our blues for a 63 damage spider. And buy the green one. Minion damage, more souls. I mean, I guess that's worth it. We found a blue goblin for once. It's cooldown every 1 second, does 40 damage. But I think I want the strength and the damage percentage, and we can lose the amount. And if we find that goblin again, I'll buy him. But I don't think I care too much about the getting +5 amount. I'd rather play with all the minions instead of just the spiders. Man, Leroy hurts. But look how fast our regen is. We have way too much regen. And way too little max health. Or it just skyrockets back up. But these spiders are really fast. And the bone crushers have quite a cooldown. But they kind of clear anything they do hit. We've only got about 100 souls so far. And the wave density in this one was pretty bad. Because we have a lot of area damage. I got up to 120. More range, more amount, more size. Cooldown. It's an 8% size. It's better than the 5% earlier. We got another green spider. So we can combine and buy. And we get one more reroll. I would really like to get size. I think having really big minions would be fun. But right now there are a lot of them are purples and blues. We have some leveled up weapons, so our damage should be pretty good. And the density already feels better than the last wave. So we should make quite a bit of profit in this one. As long as we avoid a death hit. They also come right for us, which is great because all of our minions also do that. It's a good thing we don't have to dodge our minions. Otherwise it would just be chaos. We got a double hit. If we get a third hit, we'll die. But our regen is kicking in. And we did make quite a bit of souls this one. 240. More amount, less armor, so we're just going to take increased damage. I don't really want that. Let's get more max health. Let's roll here. Try to get a mount. XP purple, that's pretty good. I'm sure that'll give us a couple levels. So we got a white goblin. And none of these ones really help. We found a purple goblin. I don't think I can refuse not to buy this one. Let's get rid of our white spider. And buy the purple goblin. He scales 200% minion damage. So he does 56 damage. Attacks every 1 second or so. And everybody's size is at 123. So we finally got more max HP. And size as well. And I think we can buy both of these. Yeah, we have just enough. That purple shield also did 105 damage. But I think it only triggers when you're damaged. So it's not as useful as it seems. And it definitely doesn't fit our build. But look at us, we finally have 24 health. We finally grew up. Although the toad, I believe, can jump on you for 28 damage. But he doesn't show up till wave 13 plus. So we'll have to still get a little more health. But we got some really strong weapons. 2 purples already. 2 purples, 2 blues, 2 greens. I also think that we're strong enough that we won't have to check the perimeter of this game. And we can probably kill the boss too. And there was definitely a few ways you could have played the minions. You could have played goblins and spiders and gone a mount. Or you could have gone size and damage, which is what we're doing. But you only have so much cash. And we got 350 that turn. More regen? Yes, please. Even more regen, okay. 5% armor, that's pretty good. But I still think I'd rather get something else. Like a purple size. Or a blue damage. But let's get size. Bigger is better. So now we're at a 149% size. And let's look for even more size. So let's do a bunch of rolls. Cooldown damage. XP. So movement speed, range. More max HP. That is a yes. And a green spider. This should merge right away. Yeah, we get a blue one. And let's keep on rolling. And none of these ones. Damage, speed. Oh. And the reroll costs 55, wow. Yeah, so the goblin is pretty big from when I first saw him. These spiders too, they're almost as big as our bone crushers. And we're at 26. I think we could live a toad, maybe. If we're lucky. This wave also has really low density. Having the archers on the side don't really benefit us. It's hard to target him. And similar to brotato, I don't think enemies really spawn unless they're killed. So the archers just kind of take up space and stay in the corner. And that really limits the density. You're taking a lot of hits. Just dodge for a couple seconds. Got only 155. We don't have turrets. I don't want to lose max health. I should probably take this one, but I'm going to sell it. HP regen. Strength is damage. Or we could reroll. Let's just take the damage. A lifesteal, duration, none of these. And now +4 damage and minus cooldown, that's a good one. Damage increases regardless. A purple bone crusher. Let's lock that one down. We can also sell our green one, but only for 6. But he's definitely going to replace the green one. And he does 90 damage. So our goblin over there just kind of does his own thing. He's got a short little dash. It does penetrate. But he kind of just chooses his target however he wants. But it kind of balances our team out. Because if we were fighting the boss, the goblin could stick to the boss the entire time. And the rest of our team can just sort of do chaos. The bone crusher as well is a little bit more targeted than these spiders. But it does have a much slower buildup. That's why I think it's really important to have all the minions. It's either that or you go a mount and you go chaos, you just have crazy amount of spiders. Which would be pretty fun too. But on difficulty level 1, I don't really think it matters too much that you pick the most optimal build. But you should just pick the most fun build. It's got 320 souls almost. More XP, that's a little bit late. Even more regen. Let's roll here. Let's get that size, baby. Or +5 purple HP. I couldn't resist that one. Sell the green one by the purple one. And I almost didn't notice the 15% more size. So now we're up to 164. And we unlocked something for having 50% size. So we found another green spider. And we can combine our 2 blue ones. So now we have 4 purples, 1 blue, and 1 green. And most of our purples do 90 damage. Let's do one more roll. More HP, less damage. I think this one was actually really bad for us to take, but I shouldn't have taken that one. I took 1 damage away from everything, which includes strength and minion damage. So I think we lost 2 stat points for that. But we got 35 health and we're facing the toads. So it might protect us. Keep us away from being one-shot. I am always going to run away from those toads. I'm not going to get anywhere near those guys. They do way too much damage. But we have 4 purple, so I think our damage, just the base damage, is really good. And if we can't kill the boss this time, then I do not know. Because our damage is a lot higher than last time. We have crit, we got area damage. We do a lot. So we only got 160 souls there. More healing on the potions, more health. Found a green spider. Then we got 2 blues. None of these ones. I found a purple skull ball. That was another item he could have started with. But it's not even a minion. It's just an item you kick around. Let's get the more max health. Because we could barely afford that reroll anyways. And we're on wave 14 of 15. And after this we can get our revenge on the Ice Wizard, I believe. Unless there's more bosses, which would be pretty awesome. That is one thing that gets really repetitive about these types of games. Is it's the same wave, same monsters, over and over again. So if they change that, that'd be really cool. There's a lot more toads here. We're at 41 health, we're pretty safe. And the toads can only jump so far, but they're still targeting us. Eventually my spiders will kill them. My goblin is so far away from us sometimes. He gets so distracted. And these spiders, all of them are really big now. 178. More minion damage, let's go. And I think this is all purple, but we got size right away. So we're now up to 180%. This is the last wave, so I don't think we'll be able to break 200. But all of our purple minions do 95 damage right now. A bounce? I don't think that helps us. Be pretty funny if our Bone Crusher bounced off though. And so let's start the final wave. Against a new enemy, nice. The Ballast Tank. So he just slowly comes for us, and then charges. I see. So it's kind of like fighting a bull. Because he charges up, and just kind of misses. He's taking a lot of damage though. He either has less health than the Ice Wizard, which wouldn't make sense. Or we just do a lot more damage. And he seems to drop a chest guaranteed, and we still have to complete the wave. I see. Well, we did a lot better this time. We didn't have to walk the perimeter or nothing. And we scaled damage and size. I think if we had gone a mount, we probably could have done even more damage. But we found a bunch of goblins early on, and then we never found goblins after that purple one. And so we destroyed that one. Got 95 damage, 180% size. Our purple goblin only did 79. But he attacks a lot faster. And so we unlocked shop items that are cheaper based on size. That's pretty cool. And the Castle Cap, who gets more damage based on his armor. He starts with armor, plus 3 amount, and he's a turret build, he can kick his turrets. We also unlocked difficulty level 2. Well, I'm excited to play that turret guy, and I'll definitely be playing more of this. So if you liked it, let me know. I'll see you.